Guys, good morning. What's going on? Working on the Slash. I know I haven't done a whole lot of videos on the Slash, but guys, this is one of my favorite RC cars. Except for near the end of the season last year, it felt hilariously slow, but I'll explain that here in a second. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put new diffs in it. This has 80K weight in it. Super thick stuff, guys. It's virtually locked up. You rebuild this the same way you kind of rebuild a shock. You got to get all the air out of it. So take it apart, clean it with some brake clean, blow it out. Yes, I know I have a shop, so it's easier for me. Air gun, guys, brake clean, get it as clean as you can. Plunk it down in there, put the bottom gear in, fill it with fluid, put your side gears in, let the air come up, top it up, smush the top on, get all the air out, guys. It's the same as a shock, pretty much. You gotta let it bleed the air out. So we're gonna put that in the back. And now this is virtually locked up. Not quite as locked up as, say, a earplug, but pretty close. And then if you have a normal Slash, you're gonna have the, what is it? I think it's almost the same part number, but it's got the A on it. No, the stock ones have the X on it. The super heavy duty ultimate ones have the A on them, and then these ones here have the R, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I know the letters are right. The stock Slashes have the X, the ultimates have the A's, and these ones are pretty good, but I still am able to snap them off. Guys, I've even snapped an XL1 shaft. We're going to talk about this here in a second, but this video is about how to get this guy out of here in the quickest and easiest way. One, make sure the car's clean. This car is filthy right now. We got like a coal pit out back, so it gets dirty. So one, before you open that up, clean it the best you can. So I'm gonna douse it in WD-40 and then blow it off. So guys, I'll do that now and I'll get you back on. All right guys, it is all spick and span. Okay, so going back to these guys really quickly. The XL1 version. Guys, if this boot comes off, it's the only thing that holds that joint together. Once this boot comes off, the pin can fall out and your shaft can fall apart. And rocking a Slash in dirt, debris, twigs, whatever, this boot knocks off easily. So, new set, I'm gonna put grease in them, and then I'm gonna put a couple little tiny dabs of super glue on them to hold those boots on. Nothing aggressive, just one or two little dabs on the inside here, and this inside ridge, just to hold that boot on. All right, now going back, before I tear this apart, going back to why I thought this car felt mad slow at the end of last year. One, guys, if you have a Slash, it's wicked fast. But then I bought a 6S Mojave, and it was bigger, but the same speed. So you didn't really notice too much. But then I made the 8S Mojave, and that thing is ballistic fast. And then I bought the Limitless. And then, what else did we buy that was super fast? We have a DZ Racing 8S Ken Block drift car from Banggood that's 8S. So once you drive the 8S Mojave, the Limitless, I have a 6S Slash that I'm trying to set the world record with. Once you drive those cars, and then come back to a 3S Slash, it is jokeably slow. It is hilariously slow. But then in the last few weeks here, I've been rocking crawlers and summits with Andrew, slow cars. Then once you jump back onto a 3S Summit or Slash, now this thing is ballistically fast. But I know once I get my Limitless and all the 8S cars back out, this thing's gonna become slow in my mind again. So interesting how it works. All right guys, so to get this thing out in the fastest time, you really don't even have to remove the tires. The two screws up here to get the sway bar out of the way, if you have the Ultimate. Two screws in behind that, one down here, two under here. This whole back chunk comes off, and then it's just the two screws for the diff cover and the two screws for the axle, and you can just pull the housing off. So let me get that disassembled. I'll get all the parts lying here, so I'm show you that I'm not lying to you, and I'll get you back on. Alright guys, it's all disassembled. Look at, tires are still on, suspension's all assembled still. Couple screws guys. You need a 2.5 for the sway bar, if you have a sway bar. a 1.5 for the 2 axle bolts, and a 2 mil. And guys, all hand tools, 3.5 minutes to get it all apart. Tuning tip: when you go to put it back in a sway bar, you don't want the sway bar bolts tight. You want them tight enough that the bar can't move up and down, but not tight enough that the bar can't move back and forth freely. You want that spar to be able to twist in these pockets, guys. So a little tuning tip there. If you crank them tight and the bar can't twist through here, it's useless. You're eliminating your suspension. You can do it if you want a really stiff suspension, but then there's no point of having a sway bar. You might as well just up the springs. Because then if you clamp it hard here, all you're doing is adding more spring weight. A sway bar needs to move and flex through this section. So a little tuning tip there, guys. All right, I'm gonna install this one, get it all back together, guys. This is where the video is gonna skew off because I'm gonna put these shafts in, and then I'll get you back on when we get the front apart, and we'll explain that one. All right, guys, I'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, and the front diff is just as easy. 5 bolts on the front bumper, 2.5 mil at the bottom, the 3 bottom skid plate ones, 2 mil at the top here, and then 1 for the hinge pin brace, and 2 on the diff going into the diff, and the diff pops out. So guys, don't remove all the stuff. You don't even have to take the tires off, guys. Oh yeah, and the 2 pins for the drive shafts. So don't remove all your stuff. You don't have to take the turnbuckles off. You don't have to take the wheels off. Don't do more work than what you have to. So it just nicely clicks out the front here, guys. And it's easy peasy. So all in all, if I wasn't filming and I was just going hard at it, hand tools, 20 minutes tops, guys. In and out, 20 minutes. Super easy. All right, guys, I hope this helps you out with how to swap the diffs on your slashes. This one here, guys, has no fluid in it. It's stock. This one here, I had put 50K oil in it. It was in the rear, now it's in the front. So yeah, guys, play with your diff oils, see what works best for you. The problem I was having was when I come around a corner and it would unload one of the 2 rear tires, the inside tire would break traction, balloon way up, smoke the body. Where's the body? Body's under here. Smoke the body. So you go into a corner, get this tire up, the tire would balloon, swell up, touch that, and then when it re-hits the ground, it now has all the power and all the torque to it, hits, and if you were in a right turn, when it hits, now it would take the car and shoot it left. So we stiffened up the diff back there, so if this tire comes up, it doesn't balloon as quick and as fast, and hopefully reduce that problem. But again, you put more strain on your drive shafts and your drive line, but it's a balancing act, guys. All right, I hope this helps you out, guys. I'll see you in the next video. I am just uploading the other video that I said was gonna come out second, but it's now coming out first. Sue me, sorry guys. All right, guys, have a great day. Hope it helps you out. I'll see you in the next video.